Okay, so it's already 10 a.m. sharp. I will now start the session. So, hello everyone. My name is Anis Shaira. Welcome to Penang Science Cluster STEAM Trivia. So, last week we already discussed about electromagnets under technology team, and now today we will discuss together about motion under an engineering team. So I was hoping more people to come to join us with this session. So for those that just come in, hello everyone. My name is Anis Shaira. Okay, so welcome to Penang Science Cluster Stream Trivia. So before we start, I want to remind that please don't forget to prepare devices. One is for watching the stream and one is for playing the Kahoot quiz later in the stream. So I also would like to mention about STEAM Trivia Google Classroom. You can join to find more additional material about the topic, about last week's topic and today's topic in the Google Classroom. You can find in the Penang Science Classes social media and join. Okay, so I hope you are ready and you already prepared two devices. It will be much more easier if you prepare two devices. Okay, so are you ready? So let's get started. Okay, first of all, have you ever heard about the word spectrum? Have any of you heard about the word spectrum before? Okay. So if you never heard, it's okay because we're going to discuss together about spectrum of mechanics. Okay. So what is spectrum? Spectrum is a term which to classify something in its position on a scale between points. Meanwhile, mechanics is the relationship between motion, forces, and energy. So when spectrum of mechanics means that the relationship between motion, forces, and energy in its position on a scale between points. Okay, so I also would like to mention, I forgot earlier, that if you want to ask a question or something, you can just comment in the chat. Okay, all right, so let's continue. So spectrum of mechanics is a large field and it is very essential in understanding physics. Mechanics is divided into sub-disciplines like motion, forces, and energy. So what is motion that we're going to be discussed today? So motion is the action of changing location and position. Okay, so the study of motion without forces and energy is called kinematic, as you can see in the picture, in the slide. Okay, so the branch of mechanics, kinematic is the simplest branch of mechanics. The other branch of mechanics that deal with both motion and forces is called dynamic. Okay, and the study of forces without motion and energy is called static. So motion is very important in physics field. Even like great scientists like Isaac Newton even created Newton's law of motion in his book. There are three laws. Okay, let me share with you. So there are three laws. The first Newton law of motion stated that everybody remains in a state of rest or uniform motion unless acted upon by a net external force, which means that any object will be in the same direction or speed unless there is another force that will stop it. Okay. For example, if a person is skateboarding, it is continue to moving forward until it get hit or blocked by a rock or stone, and the person will stumble in front because before this the person skateboard in a forward motion. That's why the person will stumble in front. For maybe another example will be when you are running really hard and then suddenly your feet got stuck, with a rock or stone, then you will fall forward. Why? Because before this you are running forward, so you will fall in front, not backward. Okay? So that is the first law, Newton law of motion. Fun fact, the first law is also called as law of inertia. Okay? So next, we're going to the second law. Okay, the second law is defined as the amount of acceleration of a body is proportional to the acting force and inversely proportional to the mass of the body. What does it mean? So it means that the greater the mass, the more energy or force you will need to push it or to accelerate it. Okay, let's see the picture. Okay, the picture is showing us that the man is trying to push the elephant. We know the elephant is heavy, so the man is trying to push the elephant. So he need more energy, more force to make the elephant move. So that is the second law of motion. So next, the last law of motion, the third law, if an object A exerts a force on object B, then object B will exert an equal but opposite force on object A. So, what does it mean? It means that every action have equal and opposite reaction. Okay? So, for example, in a car accident, there is car A and then car B. So they hit each other so hard that it bounce. They bounce in the opposite direction in the same amount of force that they hit earlier. So that is mean by the Newton law of motion. So the interpretation of Newton law of motion make us or me realize that everything is involved with motion. So I want to ask all of you, what are another daily things that involve motion that happen in our everyday life, in our daily life? Something that is very, very simple that happen that involve motion. So I can say that as simple as walking, running, maybe drive a car, or even playing with your friends. That is a really simple motion that we realize that we do every day. So people throughout the years, people upgrade this simple motion such as walking, running, and all of that into something that is more complex, such as piezoelectricity, car racing, tablecloth trick, and spaceship. Okay, do you know that? I just want to ask all of you, do you know that your footstep can be turned into electricity like the superheroes that you see in movie? Do you know that? We can do that, okay? So how? It is using piezoelectricity. So what is piezoelectricity? Piezoelectricity is the electrical charge that accumulate in materials like crystal or ceramic in response to apply mechanical stress. Mechanical stress like compression, tension, or bending. So that is piezoelectricity. And one more thing is about piezoelectric effect. So what is piezoelectric effect? So piezoelectric effect is the conversion of electrical energy to another energy. There are two types, which is direct and indirect piezoelectric effect. For direct piezoelectric effect, as you can see the equation, it is pressure, and using the transducer, it can turn into electricity. For the indirect, the electricity, we use transducer and produce sound. Okay, so that is about piezoelectricity. And now I'm going to bring all of you into the world of imagination. Have you ever heard about that? So I'm trying to copy SpongeBob if you imagination. Okay. So let's try to imagine something. So I want all of you to close your eyes. So I'm going to tell about the scenario. Okay, are you guys ready? We will start with the imagination. So on one night, you are feeling quite stressed lately with your work, with your homework, with everything that happened in your life. So you decided you want to take a light walk to ease your mind during the night. Okay? So you go out of your house and then you see a street with a road that people can cross, and you also can see a tall lamp post along the road. And then you see again the road is installed with a white rectangle tiles. Okay, so you are feeling so sad and everything. You are walking. You want to cross the road. As you cross the road, you step on the white rectangle tiles. The next thing you see, the lamppost along the road start on blinking, and turn on the light as you step more. So it make you wonder, how does that happen? Why does when I step on the tiles, the lamppost start to blinking and light up? It make me feel cheerful because I was really stressed with the work and everything, and then suddenly this thing happened and it made me quite cheerful and want to know what is it all about. So that is the scenario. Are you guys imagining similar with what I'm imagining? So let's reveal what I'm imagining. So there is it. This is what I'm imagining. It is on night. Okay. There is a street, and then there is people crossing, and there is a white rectangle tile that we can step, and there also a tall lamppost along the road. Okay. Is it similar or no? It's okay. So you wonder, how does that happen? How does when you step on tile the lamp light up? Okay, what was behind of it? So the tiles that you step is equipped with a piezoelectric material such as crystal. Okay, so when you step on the tiles, the material get compressed. When the material get compressed, hence a small electrical charge is generated and respond to the light. That's why the lamppost light up. This is what we call piezoelectricity. So people make piezoelectric tiles. So no need to worry about wasting energy anymore because the lamp will respond to the people that on the street. So we can also save energy. So it is really amazing that people actually think of combining motion and technology. So I've been thinking, and you also, maybe we can relate this with sports and engineering. Okay, I believe that everyone enjoy watching Olympics and sport games on TV. You're watching with your family. Of course, it's really enjoyable to see the athlete do their best. Have you ever wondered, like, for example, I give you for example, if I see a golf games. So a golf athlete will always have different kind of design of their golf club and the putter, the golf putter. The putter is at the end of the golf club. Okay, you have very different design. So I was like, why? Why they use different design? Why can't they just use one? It's much more save money like that. So so I researched and I learned that different design, they consider different design of the golf club and the golf putter is because they want to improve the stability of the head putter, the golf club, and also they want to make the alignment and improve accuracy when they hit the ball, the golf ball. This will determine whether the ball will go far or not. So that's why they have different design of golf. So I've been thinking who the one that make all of this thing. So the one that make all this design of equipment and everything is called as sport engineer. Do you know what sport engineer do? Sport engineer do design and build the equipment for the athlete. They also analyze the athlete performance and they also develop coaching tool for the coach to train the athlete. And they also ensure the safety performance of their products. So that is what a sport engineer do. So I believe that apart from the athlete trainings, they practice every day. Technical things like equipment is very much crucial for the athlete performance. We can also see this in the tennis game. The tennis racket is have a very different kind of design. We can also see diving, how they dive. So as a sport engineer, they help with the athlete performance. I find it very cool as a sport engineer, which I think that all of you can also try to know more about sport engineer. So I think for today's sharing is at the end. So I will end this sharing that I already shared with all of you today. And now we shall move to the Kahoot part. Okay. So for the Kahoot one, welcome to everyone that just joined. My name is Anis. We have already ended the sharing session on motion. And now we're going to go to the Kahoot part. You can go to Kahoot, Kahoot, Kahoot. So please prepare two devices. One is for watching the question and one is to answer the Kahoot quiz. It will be much more easier for you. Okay, I will wait for more people to be ready. I will wait for around 2 minutes or 5 minutes like that. We see to wait for more people to join and be ready with devices. Okay, I will wait for you guys. So the game pin should be 6740007. Okay, I repeat again. 6740007. Okay, we'll wait for about 2 minutes. Okay, so everyone ready yet? So the Kahoot, if you answer the answer faster, you will get more game point. So if you want to get a lot of game point, try to answer faster, okay? And correctly, of course. Okay, are you guys ready? I'm going to start it now, okay? So the first question, the quiz. This is a single answer. So the relationship between motion, forces, and energy is called. Ooh, good job. Everyone answer mechanics. I know it's an easy question, but okay, let me explain the answer. So the quantum is the nature and behavior of matter and energy. For the kinetic is the energy of motion. So the correct answer will be mechanics, and the action is just an action. Okay, let's see. Ooh, who is knowing Newt? Good job. And everyone is a good job also. Okay, next question. Be prepared. Okay, the creator of Newton's law of motion is. Okay, easy question. So everyone got correct. So let me explain a bit. So Isaac Newton is the one that created Newton's law of motion, the three law of motion, while Albert Einstein is more to the general relativity, about the uh, field of general relativity in physics, while Max Planck is more about quantum theory in physics also, and Galileo Galilei is the father of astronomical. So everything about astronomy, the role model should be Galileo Galilei. Okay, so the correct answer is Isaac Newton. Okay, let's see. Ooh, genius ferret just beat knowing Newt. Okay, let's see another question. Okay, two football players tackle each other so hard that they both fly in opposite direction after they hit each other. So, which Newton law is that? Hmm. So the answer should be Newton's third law. So it's not Newton's second law. Newton's second law is when the greater the mass, the more force you will need to push. But this one, they have this one is Newton's third law, where the action is in equal and opposite direction. So when the two football players tackle each other, they fly in opposite direction. That is the Newton's third law. Newton's third law is something that you hit with each other and then fly to the opposite direction with the same amount of force. So the correct answer is Newton's third law. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's still genius ferret. Congrats. Okay. So what is the conversion of electrical energy to sound energy is called? It seems like some people is confused. I know it's quite confusing. So the correct answer is indirect piezoelectric effect. Why? Because it is the conversion of electrical energy to sound energy. If it's direct piezoelectric effect, then it will be sound energy to electrical energy. So it is quite different. So maybe all of you quite confused there. It's okay. So we go to the next question. Mighty Cat has a streak with 4 correct answers in a row. Good job. So next, it is a multi-select question. You can select more than one question, more than one answer. Okay. Which of the following is the application of motion? Remember, you can select more than one answer. Okay, oh, very good. Good. So the application of motion include piezoelectricity, car racing, and tablecloth trick. Wireless charging is the application of electromagnet. So the application of motion is only three, which is piezoelectricity, car racing, and tablecloth trick. All right, we go to the next question. Let's see. So Mighty Cat have been on top. So next question. Which of the following statement explain Newton's first law of motion? Read carefully and pick the answer. The correct answer is a person is pushed forward into the seatbelt when a car stops. So it's like when a car is moving and then the car stop abruptly and then your body will be like this, will be in front. Because before this, it is the forward motion. That's why you will be pushed forward. So that is the first law of motion, or we call it as law of inertia. So the other answer, when air rushes out of a balloon and it moves upward, it is the third law. Okay? And The another answer, an empty truck can increase speed more quickly than fully loaded truck. It is a second Newton of law, because the greater the mass, the more that we can push, or the more we can put more energy and forces. Okay, so the correct answer should be a person is pushed forward into the seatbelt when a car stops. Right? So let's see. It is still a mighty cat. Good job, everyone. So, if there is a big mass, it will need a stronger force to accelerate it. Which law does this incident describe? Think carefully. Okay, the correct answer is Newton's second law. It is not Newton's third law, because Newton's second law indicates that the heavier the mass, we will need a stronger force to accelerate it. While Newton's third law is about action of reaction and the opposite reaction. So something like, if you hit one another, then it will respond, or it will uh, bounce back in the opposite direction, the same force. That is Newton's third law. So the correct answer is Newton's second law. It is still mighty cat. Okay, another question. What is the most common man-made piezoelectric material? Okay, so there is 4% that choose lead zirconium titanate, PZT, which is the correct answer, and 4 choose quartz. Okay, let me explain this a bit. So piezoelectric material consists of a lot of material. For example, like naturally occurring material, or even biological occurring material, and man-made piezoelectric material. So for this question, the man-made piezoelectric material is PZT, lead zirconate titanate. For the quartz and rochelle salt is a naturally occurring piezoelectric material. For the wood is the biological piezoelectric material. Okay, so the correct answer is PZT. Okay, it's still mighty cat. We have the Sif Panda, Carrying Tiger, Genius Ferret, and Golden Sable also trying to take the spot. Okay, next is true or false. Just choose true or false. Another word for piezoelectric is ferroelectric. Okay, so the correct answer is true. Piezoelectric is ferroelectric. It's called ferroelectric because it also contains many material. It's defined as piezoelectric have many material that can be made as piezoelectric. So it's also called as ferroelectric. So it's a new knowledge for you guys. Okay, let's see. My ticket is still on top. So another quiz is a multi-select. Please select more than one answer. What are the main focuses of sport engineering? Okay, you can choose more than one answer. Okay. So this will be the last question. Okay, good job. This means that everyone choose the correct answer. It is the main focus of sport engineering is analyzing athlete performance, ensuring safety requirements are met for the product, and also design and building equipment for the athlete. Okay, let's see. So it is still a mighty cat with a 10 correct answer in a row. So this question is a verification question. So you can just put any answer. It's just that for you to claim your answer, for you to claim your prize. So just put anything. This is not a graded question. Okay? Just put anything. Who is your favorite superhero? This question is not for graded, okay? Just for a verification for you to claim your prize. Can I see the answer? Okay. So everyone put their own favorite superhero. So you must remember your what you put as your favorite superhero so that if you win, you can claim the prize. Okay. So let's see the podium. Okay, the third place is DCC Panda. Second place is Caring Tiger and Okay. So, congratulations to all of you for joining this session. Okay. So, the third place is DCC Panda. And second place is Caring Tiger. And the first place is Mighty Cat. For the first place and second place, you will have to claim your prize with us. Later we will give you the link. And for the third place, you are a very good job for you, but you need to work harder because you only have two. We give two winners. Okay, so it's okay. So all of you don't forget to claim your prize. Okay. All right. Okay. So everyone, we already end our session for today. So thank you for your support. I also would like to thank US Embassy and American Technology for supporting us. So thank you for joining. And so I'm sorry. I also would like to thank US Embassy and American Tech Corner for supporting us. So we shall now end this session. So thank you for the winner. Please claim your prize later on after this. So that's it for today's session. Thank you.